Last time we had you on the show, you were, you know, into the illusions and mystery and magic. Now you're more of into, you've evolved. You've become this new person, this new figure, and you're more pushing people to reach their potential. You're helping people become better versions of themselves, and also at the same time, you've completed like a crazy ass accomplishment yourself. Could you tell us a bit more about that and this evolution that you've gone through?
So basically, Saad, there's not much change. Before I was doing magic with tricks, and now I'm just feeling real magic of life. So it's still in the same field, just different perspective, you know.
Yeah,
That's actually a change, and I'd honestly always say my purpose is not to motivate anyone or to inspire anyone. My purpose is to motivate myself and inspire myself to become better every day. And whoever finds the way because of what I'm doing, I'm beyond grateful and blessed for that.
that's great, man.
Alhamdulillah.
That's great. And we've been
Yeah,
watching your this the marathon that you did, the barefoot one. I mean, you've been posting a lot about running barefoot in general,
yeah,
and that is by itself that's pretty fucking crazy. I mean, especially on the streets of Lebanon when you don't know what's going to be on the road. There's glass, there's junk, there's metal shards. Anything can just like pierce your foot, and you can get injured from that.
I
But you did
agree.
the whole fucking marathon doing that, and you didn't even do it once. You did it twice.
Yeah, I did the first time I did a marathon, the second time I did marathon and a half.
Oh my god,
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
insane, man.
Nobody's gonna stop you. Unstoppable. Unpoppable. Yeah, it's so crazy, right? Said was saying like 2 years ago, you were doing, you were on the start of this evolution. And now we're
Yeah,
seeing you here, Ramy. This year has been crazy for you, right? You're on Penn and Teller.
yeah.
You just broke a Guinness World Record. And you did these ultra marathons. How crazy, dude. What? what's the
Yeah,
secret? What's the secret, dude?
the secret is to wake up every day, man, and try to do the best you can, right? It's that simple. It doesn't start that way, you know. I've been putting on that grind 3, 4 years back, but the grind was in the dark, you know, and eventually this year it's like everything started to take place, you know. It's not a 1 day thing that I just woke up and I ran a marathon, you know. I was always challenging myself, trying to find new things to learn more about myself, about my body, about my mind. How can I become better? How can I improve on a physical, mental, spiritual, you know what I mean? And then bits and pieces here and there, and then everything starts to fall into place, and here we are. Like I guess now the puzzle is clear for me, and now I'm just continuing this path.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, that's
You know,
amazing.
Thanks.
I've been running a lot more. I've been doing the ice showers a lot more. I just did an ice shower right now. Look at me. Woo! Let's go. It's the best
Wow.
way. I've been learning a lot about like, dopamine and resetting your dopamine and like, because we're also used on substances to be happy, to feel something, right? Or you need some loud music or some
100%.
shocking news or something. But everyone needs a reset. We all need to take a step back and enjoy the simple things like a cold shower.
I agree
Would
with
you
you, man.
agree?
100%.
Thank you.
100%. And once you start doing it, once you start into this path, eventually you're gonna be like fascinated about new things, and then you're gonna start evolving. You're gonna start meeting people that add value to your life, not that take value from your life. You know what I mean? And that's
Right.
how life becomes more of a bliss.
Mm-hmm. And you become generally happier, I would say. The more you stop relying on the dumb stuff and the more you start pushing yourself and accomplishing things, I like to think of it as homework, Like you do something really hard and it's, fun in the moment, but what's really fun is the accomplishment, the feeling after. Would you say so, Rami? I mean,
I
like
agree
once
with
you
you
finish a
100%.
crazy marathon, once you finish that, is it like you feel great, but then do you feel like I want to get back doing it again?
Yeah, man. It's like every run, when I go on a run, it's like my motto in my head when I go on a run, and so usually all my runs, except if it's above 20K, I always do them fasted. So
Mm.
I have my last meal, let's say at 8, 9 p.m., and then I sleep. I woke up at 5, go for my run, come back. I don't eat directly. I wait till 10, 12, whatever is the time. And then like when I eat, it's like You've done a good job, Rami. You deserve the meal, you know. You earned the meal. It's not just I opened the fridge and I ate. You know what I mean? And that's a motto. It's
Totally.
like it gives you more purpose, you know. It's like I'm doing for a reason, not just because I'm privileged to be living in this era.
Wow, man.
Is it
And
also
so,
like better? Like, what do you feel when you're running on an empty stomach? Is it easier for you to run like that, or is it more? You have more
So
energy that way?
yeah, so look, so that's the secret that people don't know. Whenever now you start fasting for a while, okay, I think the body needs around 2 to 3 weeks, and it switch. What is the switch? Instead of taking energy from glycogen levels, which is from carbs, sugar, instant, the body switch to taking energy from fat, and you always have fat in your body, always. It's impossible for you to to be low on fat. So like that, when I go for a run, uh, always less than 20k. Above 20k, I take with me gels or dates or banana to fuel in. You know what I mean?
mhm.
But when I run on empty stomach, man, I feel great. I'm super light. Already, I'm elevated mentally. You know, my body is just
Yeah.
with me. You know, he's not worried about what to digest, what to eat, what to do. So it's a it's another high state.
So would you say
Wow.
food is maybe a distraction even when you're
Look,
running?
it is it's facts. The body, when you eat something, your body needs 4 to 6 hours to completely digest. So the small
Hmm.
intestine and the grand intestine to be completely empty, right? If
Yeah.
they are not empty, your gut is taking energy to digest, and if your gut is taking energy to digest, it's not it's kind of distraction, right? Because when you're
Of
running, you don't
course.
want to be distracted somehow. That's why, like, I always fuel when I'm running, like, if I want to run longer, or if I want to fuel in while I'm running, I always fuel in with something simple: fruits, bananas, dates, you know, something that directly it gives the body what it needs. And then I'm already, like, I enter the keto state again, which is no glycogen, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
natural
plus
sugars.
yeah, exactly. And plus the health benefits that you get of this state is one of the best states ever to be in.
That's insane, man. I love how there's like the mental aspect to it, and then there's also the physical aspect. It's not
Yeah,
just like, it's where when you eat, you feel heavy obviously when you're running, but at the same time it can also distract you from your focus. And when you're when you want to concentrate on your task, the food can really alter the your perception of your
yeah,
work,
yeah, man.
because
It's
the energy levels really like fluctuate depending on what you're consuming, if you're eating healthy or if you're not, if you're eating junk food, or if you're eating the right amount of sugar, fats, carbs, proteins. Like the right
100%.
diet is really important.
Bro, you can't imagine, uh, because I've been working on myself as in knowledge, in research, in experimentation, in working with scientists as friends, like discussing everything. So it's true that I look like this guy who runs barefoot, doesn't understand it, but we study a lot, you know, and we learn a lot, and I experiment a lot. I call myself a rat lab. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I try everything on myself. I have a lot of knowledge, and I'll try them. So everything that I eat 2 days before, I'm aware of it in my runs. I'm talking, when I say runs, is we're talking 10 and above, because less than 10, it's a workout. Above 10 is just a different dimension, you know what I mean? And then that's why
Yeah.
I start eating healthy, not just because I want to be healthy. It's because it gives me a better enjoyment when I run. It gives me a better state when I run. And for me, running is not a workout, man. It's just how I see the world, you know. I enter to a place where, like, literally, when I finish a long run after like 10k, if I look at the sky, I see all the sky dissolving. It's moving, like everything is moving, everything is vibrating. I swear, man, I'm not joking. And this is why I love it. It's like I enter this altered conscious state, and it gives something different. I don't fucking care to be just a workout. I fucking care. It's not a workout, man. It's beyond.
Yeah,
No, it
what are you
sounds very
doing,
beautiful the way
Saeed?
you described it. Sorry, Ali, what you say?
You're driving to the gym just to go on a treadmill? What are you doing,
كيف
man?
يعني كيف يعني
كيف
bro.
يعني؟
Oh man, yesterday I went on. I'm starting to also get into running as well, because like it's really, like you said, it's really, it takes you to a different place. Um, but for me, I know that most people like to run in the morning or during the day. I enjoy it more at night. So like yesterday, I was running at 11 p.m. Like I ran for a whole hour till midnight and got back home.
Wow.
And it's just, it's for me, it's more liberating that because I enjoy the night more. Maybe it's just like a personal thing. Like I like the silence of the night. I like running around my area because there's a lot of foxes, and then you see the foxes like running around, jumping in the parks, and there's no noise pollution here in London because everyone would be at home by 9, 10 maximum. So I take over the city. It's as if the city is mine,
Yeah.
and it's like so peaceful.
I agree with you, Said. What you are looking into the run is what I look into it at the run. Just the difference is I do it in the morning. And for me, in the
Yeah.
morning, it's also dark. And now I got this lamp that I can run in the dark, completely dark for like an hour, 2 hours. Uh, but there's only one thing, Said, that I want you to know. Your body has something called a circadian rhythm.
Hmm.
All right, like a
Yeah.
plant, like a tree, like the birds. I swear, we have something called circadian rhythm, and our circadian rhythm is taught to like around 5, 6. The daylight starts to go in. Your body knows
Hmm.
that now there is daylight for the next 12 hours. So all the hormones, melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy, it washes off, and the body starts producing all the hormones that will need, gives you energy. It's preparing for the whole day, right? And then
Of
at
course.
sunset, it starts reversing this cycle. So when you enter 7, 8 p.m., your body starts to understand, okay, now I think I should calm down, I should relax, I should go like around 9, 10. Your body starts to release melatonin again. Yeah, everything starts to calm down. So when you run at 11, it's just you're reversing this cycle, which is not gonna damage your life or like on a short term or like this major disadvantage, but it's not gonna get you reach your full potential. It's not gonna get you reach the states higher and higher. So what
Okay.
I'm saying is, I don't want you to change. I want you to run how you do, and then try one week to do it the other way, and you come up with your own conclusion and make sure that, because give yourself time to really feel if it's different or not. The only thing that will the only thing that will make it different for you is when you go to sleep. When you didn't run at night, you go into a deeper state of sleep, and that will help you recover way better and be more energetic the second day.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a fair
There is a
point. Yeah.
saying, yeah, there's a saying that says, build your sorry, build your life around sleep, not around exercise, and that's how you live a happy life.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay.
You know,
I'll definitely test it out. Hopefully next week. Yeah.
I have another quote for you, Rami.
go ahead.
Um, every man dies twice. The day you actually die, but then also the day you discover who you really are.
Yeah.
Totally butchered that quote, but
I think we got
but
we got
you
the
agree.
idea. It's right. Every day, every man is born twice. Once is
Mm,
when you're born physically, and the second time is when you know that you're actually only born once.
there you go.
Updated.
Wow.
Ali had the more negative approach to it. He's like dying.
But I feel like that relates to you a bit, Rami, too. You know, you went through your cancer scare, and you went through life like head first. I mean, I want to know what your secret is to like pain tolerance, because you broke a Guinness World Record for standing on nails. How
Well,
do you do that?
uh, how I did it is preparation and just the mindset. The second point that I always talk about is there is no bliss, there is no joy, and there is no peace in life without facing pain. So you either
Hmm.
escape it and it will come to your life hunting you, or you go to it and accept it and embrace it and pass through this whatever journey you have to pass through, and your life will become a bliss. You know what I mean? Because us, especially in this era now, like in this century, we are always seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. And that's why if you
Mm-hmm.
see like diseases are on the rise, depression are on the rise, all those are on the rise. Because you're doing what actually is revert, it's not who we are. It's not by law, it's not by nature's law who we are, you know what I mean? You're working the other way around. So yeah, and you have to find a motive to do it. And I had a big motive and inspiration for me to do it. And I said, let me push myself to a new dimension, or like to a new limit where I learned so much about myself. I got so much in tune with my body. And for me, to be honest, is the day that I was in my preparation, I did 9 hours by myself in my room. And that is the day that I learned so much. And then the rest is just playing life's game. I just have to be there, film it, and get the record. All this.
When you're doing it, Rami, are you like watching like TV
No,
or
no,
something?
no, no, no.
No.
So, so at the beginning, Ali, I was trying to be, okay, I would stand on it, I'll accept the pain, and then I will be like playing Xbox or something. I tried it. I swear to you, I tried it. And then because those challenges is where I really learned the most about myself and about the human mind and body. You know what I mean? So I understood that you can't. For you to accept to control pain, you don't have to focus on anything else. You have to just be in tune with yourself, breathe, be in the state, elevate, all that kind of thing that I was prepared. And then like the first 1 month I was trying just okay, I'm just standing on it. I need to do 3 hours, so I'll stand for 3 hours, put a timer and find all the distractions. And then I understood that that's not the way. So I started shifting everything. When I stand on the nail, no phone, nothing digital, nothing distraction. So I was always meditating, writing, or thinking about ideas. Sometimes I was trying to read, but it's not that easy. Like there's a lot in my brain. So basically, I was trying just to stand still and observe. Like there's a balcony. It was in my old apartment that I was looking on in front of me at the street, and I'm
Mm,
just watching people, going down of the building, going out. So I was like trying to see people, understanding their behavior, observing birds, observing the tree, just being there, not actually doing anything. You know what I mean?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Because you need your your mindset, you need your brain to do it. Because
Yeah,
it's not just a physical challenge. No, it's definitely a mental challenge. Um, I'm inspired by what you do, Rami. I feel like a lot in this world is negative. We hear a lot of negativity, and just to hear a positive message, let's live. That's I
yeah,
think it's the most important thing we don't hear about. I feel a lot of people are angry. A lot of people are fighting each other. A lot of people are like, I wish someone else would die. It's like, or I wish I would die. And I don't believe in that at all. I believe every human being has life in them, and that life is sacred. And we need to unleash their life, to live to their fullest potential. And
yeah.
so that's why I'm really inspired by what you do. And I hope you continue on this pathway.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Ali. Today I was watching a video about a guy I love so much. He's one of my biggest inspiration. Like his name is Ramdas, and he says
Mm-hmm.
like people are angry that there's no peace in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you actually being angry that there's no peace is the problem in itself. If you become
Mm-hmm.
a loving compassion and you just being in peace with yourself, eventually this will reflect on the world outside, and things will change, because now all the problems that are in the world are based to our ego self that wants greed, like this is mine and this is not yours and I want to take it from you, and no, it's not, you know what I mean, and I am the right, you're the wrong. And everyone's like, always we are looking into the things that separate us, we're not looking into the things that are similar in us, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
we are clashing every time. And it also saddens me, bro. And it's just I just hope, it's not that I hope, I'm working on it with everything that I can. And there's a lot of amazing people that are like people like you guys that we always talk, and
Mm-hmm.
like all those really do matters. We just hopefully one day this voice will be louder than any other voice.
Exactly. Yeah, totally.
100%. Yeah. And on that topic as well, I feel like people are just too emotional in a way where they don't like it. It blocks out their actual thought process. They're they just react on what's happening instead of taking their time to think. And an important thing that people should do more is listen. Like this is something I've been telling myself more lately is listen more, speak less. Just, keep doing that and then you'll actually get the right answer from whether it's talking to people. If you just listen to them, you'll actually understand what they're trying to say, because some people might say something but they actually mean something else. If you listen more, you'll also learn from a person more than what you want to say back. Like if you just keep responding when in a conversation, let's say you're having a conversation with someone and they say something and your first reaction is to respond directly to what they're saying, but instead hold back, take a break, listen to the full statement, and then respond. You'll have a better outcome, and that's something that has been very useful lately to me.
I want to share with you something, Saad. So whenever people they meet me, they say, I am like they are so happy that met me and they find me that I'm really honest and it's like I'm a really good guy. They feel like I'm really nice and I'm the one of the
Genuine,
best people. Yeah,
authentic.
yeah, and I know why they feel like that way because when I actually ask people how are you, and I actually listen to them about what they
Mm-hmm.
are saying. You know what I mean? It's not like how are you? Are you good? Okay, have a good day. No, no, it's like how are you, man?
Yeah.
How is your day? How are you feeling today? Is everything okay? I actually ask and wait for a response. That's it. Like as you said, it's like because today is like, hey, how are you? Good. Okay, yalla, bye. That's it. Like there's no actual connection. It's like we're like robot connecting. Like not connecting. It's like I have to say those words. You have to reply, and we're not actually connecting. And that's the only thing that differentiates us from any other species. We are a conscious species. That's it. There's no other thing. There's no difference. There's no difference between me and a dog or a tree. The only thing that is different is that I know that I'm a man and I'm a human, and the tree doesn't know that it's a tree. It just feels that it exists. That's it. That's
Yeah,
the only
like
thing. So why don't I use this as a PowerPoint for me and actually connect with my fellow humans?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that point where you say like people are just they just want to say hi, how are you, and then they just keep going. Like I'm in London, so here they say hi, you alright, or just like one word thing, and it confuses the shit, bro. It confuses the shit out of me. Because like my initial response is to directly say how are you, or like, and if they say alright, I'll just say yeah, I'm good. I'll respond, but that's not what they mean, because
Yeah,
that's not what the word is. It's that word is actually another way of saying hello. So I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah, and I'm just like,
that's confusing.
okay, it is very confusing for me, but I persist.
yeah.
I tell them how I am, and then I ask them directly, "How are you?" And then I like seeing how, and then I see them just like getting confused, like, what? Why is he asking how am I? I'm like, bro, I'm just gotta be nice. That's all.
Yeah, yeah,
you
man.
know,
Just be kind, man. It's fucking for free, bro. Right?
now that I'm living in Los Angeles, I really do miss the Lebanese ways of just living in your daya. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's saying hello.
Yeah.
You can't walk through. Everyone's giving you biscuits and chai and coffee and just like
And Jed.
just the community feeling. I feel like it's so important. Um, I wish we had that more of that. I think that's when I'm the most happiest is when I'm with around people I really care for and people who care for me.
Agreed, 100%, man. 100%. We are not meant to live as an individual. You know, us as a human, we
Mm-hmm.
are meant to live as tribes, as communities, as in,
Yeah.
it's like, and the Western world, man. To be honest, like whenever I travel to the Europe or like, man, is people goes in the metro. No one talks to anyone else. Everyone is in his zone, and like, man, fuck. It's like we're not robots, bro. If there is.
We're almost.
And Jed, almost. If now we get lost in this direction and we don't do anything about it, and by the way, that's what I
Yeah.
talk like about it in the book. If we don't do anything about it now, it's gonna slip, man. We're gonna just fucking be a number, yeah. Like I'm not Ramy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
number 382. I will be there. I fucking I
Oof,
actually think
that's
about those.
Bro, bro,
horrifying.
that point about the metro thing is so true. Because like I was coming, like on my way back home, hella before the podcast, I was on the tube, and I always get this instinct to compliment people on the tube or something like that. But being living here in London, I've kind of held it back. But today, I was sitting beside this lady beside me, and she wore this like scarf thing, which reminded me of the ones that we wear and بالضيعة وهيك.
Hmm.
So I just got this urge to compliment it. I just want to say it looks nice. And I for the for I so I was like, fuck it, let's give the compliment. She's wearing her headset, so I'm like waving. I'm like, yo, hello, hello. And then finally she turns around and is like, oh wow, what's up? And I'm like, that's a very nice scarf. Just because I complimented her, her eyes opened up and her face lit up, and she's like, and she started telling me like how her mom
Oh
traveled to
wow.
Uzbekistan to get the scarf as like she was going on a holiday there, and then I found out she's from East Russia and all that shit, and I'm like, I was just complimenting the scarf, and people just they want that, they want to have this like genuine conversation, even if it's for like a split second, because like it
Hmm.
literally lasted for like 2 minutes this conversation, and I was like, why have I been holding myself back from saying these things? Like why
Damn,
has the
Saeed.
Western world restricted me so much?
You've
That's your
restricted
way.
yourself, Saeed.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
That's
That's your
blame it
true.
on
wake
the
up call.
Western world.
That's true. That's true.
That's a wake up call,
um,
Sad.
yeah, totally. Rami, I want to know a bit more about this book you're working on. Would you mind sharing a bit? Or are you
Yeah.
still work in
So
progress? Mm-hmm.
no, no. It's almost the book is done. Like I wrote, I wrote it. I finished it, but now I'm typing it, which is actually taking so much
Mm-hmm.
time. It's been 2 3 days that all I'm doing is typing the book because my handwriting is so bad that I tried scanning and everything. Nothing really read the book. So I'm like, okay, man, this is like one of the most important things I want to do in my life. It's like I'm putting my heart into it. Let me retype it like that. I'm also fixing some ideas and you know what I mean. So it's just taking
Mm-hmm.
some time.
Totally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the end of this week I will deliver it because I signed with the publishing company as well.
Nice.
So
Congrats.
I'll yeah, thanks, man. So I will deliver
That's
in the
amazing.
next
Yeah.
next end of this week, and I think the process will need 3 months between finishing everything, and so the
Mm-hmm.
book will be available, like it will be available all around the world on Kindle, Amazon, and the shops and all that.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That sounds amazing, man.
thanks, man. So the book, Ali, is just about. It's basically it's called Let's Live because I was
Mm-hmm.
thinking about other type. I mean, like Let's Live. It just shows that what we're talking about. It's like there is no. I just dwell in the depth of the details of how life should be approached. Not everyone should live like me barefoot and like live the life. No, everyone can live their own way, but create a good life for them and challenge themselves a little bit to learn about themselves, to experience life. Because life, eventually, life, man, we always travel the world to experience life, or like we go to a place to experience life. But actually, life is here, man. If you experience
Mm-hmm.
yourself and you understand the world within, you'll be actually living because all what you feel is just you feel inside, nothing else. Whatever you see on the outside, it gives you a feeling. So if you know how to tap into this feeling, you don't need anything on the outside. So
Yeah.
that's like a resume of the book.
Can't wait to
Uh,
read it. Yeah, and to check it out.
definitely. Rami, so I keep hearing about the term balance in life and how important balance is, to live a proper life. I want I want to get from you your perspective on balance in life, and also maybe use the example of Lebanon in a way. Not regarding the political status, but more of like, how when you're people in Lebanon, they work in Beirut, for example, and then they go to the Daya on the weekend so that they can get this peace of mind. And then they build this level of balance for themselves so that they have the excitement and the energy and the work in Beirut, and then they go to their Daya and they relax, have some peace, spend time with their family, and just remove
Yeah.
all of the this distractions. So obviously you've lived in Lebanon yourself, so can you maybe talk about this a bit?
So look, yeah, balance is the most important key of life, right? As I always tell my friends, because like I have friends that they are very well off, like they are self-made, they work so hard and everything. And I always tell them, it means complete failure if you are a multimillionaire and your health is shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a complete failure if you have a beautiful family and you're broke. It's a complete failure if you have this but you don't have that, right?
Yeah.
It's a complete failure, whatever it is. So success is not about what's my achievements or how much money I have in the bank or how many people love me. You know what I mean? Success is building this and this and this and this and this and they all rise together. And listen, it's not very easy. You know, especially like now, if you want to take Lebanon, there's a lot of things that's gonna distract you. There's a lot of things that's gonna give you negative, like the media gonna give you
Mm-hmm.
a lot of negative things. So for you, it's very important to know how to balance your life in a way that, all right, this month I'm fully focused on this. Boom, you finish this month. It's not like you let this month become your whole year. Then you take let's say 1 week break. Like for me, I was my the first time that I had the vision of Let's Live is for me to be able to spend time in Lebanon. And that's why
Yeah.
I grew Let's Live in Lebanon and in Dubai at the same, like they were growing like that, you know? It's like I grow this one and then I take a break from this, I focus on the other one. So like that I can spend time with my family. I just don't grow the business and the idea and everything and the community and then my family is left behind. No, I work on this a little bit so I can spend some time with my family a little bit in the summer. Like that I can spend my time with my friends a little bit in the during this time. Like that I have a time that I can travel, take some break, you know. It's like that's what's very important. I That's essential in life. To have a really good life is balance in a way that when you work, when you play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Don't work when you play. Like focus on one thing. Even your day, let's say 12 hours I need to work, or like from 9 to 5 I'm working. Like my phone is away as much as possible. I don't let distraction come in. After 5 I want to have fun. I make sure that I have fun the most. It's not that I'm working and I'm having fun. It's like I'm on the beach, I'm on my laptop, yet I'm on my laptop thinking about the beach. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
no, full focus on one thing. And that's what gives life a balance. It's not it's yeah, I think I
Mm-hmm.
explained my
There's an
point.
element of hyper focus in that situation. In that situation, when you're just doing what you're doing by eliminating all of the distractions, and I kind of want to understand like how do we eliminate these the like distractions? How do we get into the point where we're hyper focusing? Because let's say you're at work and you're in a work environment where there is interactions with people, maybe with your colleagues or just clients or customers or whatever. But you want to complete this one task, and this task has to be done. Then your coworker comes and like tries to strike up a conversation, and but you want to stay focusing. How do you eliminate these distractions without like losing by kind of telling them to fuck off, but not telling them to fuck off,
Yeah.
and at the same time going back into your hyper focus?
So look, Saad, I will share with you how I deal with it in the gym. All right, because
Yeah.
I don't work in an office. My
Okay.
office is at home, and the people that I live with, we all know like, okay, now it's time to focus, guys. Even if someone come and ask me a question not related to what we're working on, I'm like, it's not the time to
Mm-hmm.
answer this question. In the gym is whenever I arrive, if there's someone that I know, I like, hey, how are you? And then I put on my AirPods and I enter this state that I'm not that nice. You know, it's like I'm actually like I try to forget about everyone. You know, I actually like forget about everyone. It's not I try. I just put the music on. I'm in my state. You know, I'm in my element. I'm doing my best, and I look, and I don't look that approachable. Imagine a guy full of tattoos, barefoot in the gym, putting effort, and not a lot of people will come and approach me anyway. But you know, you get my point. It's like it's like how you teach people how they approach you. You know what I mean? It's like whenever, even if they come in the middle of my workout, I pretend, even if I see them, I keep my focus. When I finish, I go and say, "Hey, how are you, man? Sorry, I was training before. I couldn't say hi." You know what I mean? Like that, people
Yeah.
understand. Ah, okay, so this guy, whenever he's training, because when I train, I never check my phone. My phone is away. Like I'm just putting my music and I'm there. You know what I mean? That's it. Uh, People in the gym like always goes and like a little bit on their phone, a little bit on the
Mm-hmm.
workout, a little bit on like that. My approach is different, and I think this I teach them that my approach is different somehow without me actually
Mm-hmm.
I,
saying it.
I love how you phrased it. You teach people how to approach you.
Yeah,
Like that's a very important, very important part of that answer, because obviously people don't exactly, if they're not very close to you or they don't know you well, they won't know how to approach you without, obviously causing these distractions.
yeah,
So so you have to teach them who you are and what you are capable of. So
100%,
this is something definitely people should, you know, pay attention to. And I'm saying this
Mm-hmm.
to our audience in general.
yeah, yeah, 100%, man. Because like honestly, I always say to everyone, man. First, and I made video about it, and I had a lot of video prepared, but now I stopped posting those 2 weeks. I was just like I moved to what's happening in the region. But I always tell people, man, why when you are working out, all right? For me, I work out in the gym, like because I have to do some strength and conditioning, and
Mm-hmm.
I actually found a gym that has a transparent ceiling, so I can actually see the sun when I'm in the gym. You know what I
Wow.
mean? It's like my
Mm-hmm.
best life because
Dubai.
yeah, it's like literally, man. Because I don't want to be just in a cubicle, you know. Anyway, that's not the point. The
Totally.
point is when you are working out, put your phone a bit away. Give yourself, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, if you're working out for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, people now are always in the middle. They are neither doing this, neither doing that. They are doing a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
this, a little bit of that, and that's what first make you miss out of the most blissful things in life. Always make you miss the moment, make you miss the present, make you miss everything. Just man, when you do one thing, try to be fully focused on one thing. You want to cook, just cook, man. And don't be a bit of cooking and a bit of phone and a bit cook. Enjoy it. You know what I mean? I love
Mm-hmm.
those moments when I just cook or I do the dishes. It's like a bit. Maybe I put some nice music, but I'm there. That's what
Yeah.
we lack nowadays.
And from a scientific perspective, Rami, it's like a lot of people go in, they have like a pre-workout shot, and they have an espresso, and then they go in, and they're wired up, and they're listening to loud music while also doing the gym, while also being on social media. It's like think of all those different levels of distractions and layers of versus what you really want to do is just go in and let the workout itself enrich you, you
And
know.
one thing,
And I feel that
Ali,
way about everything. Yeah.
I agree 100% with you. And pre-workout and all those shit are the most commercial things that people sold you for you to work out. If you can't pick yourself up and work out, why the fuck you're even working out, man? This is not your potential, you know what I mean? It's not that, look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take it at all, right? But come on, 7 days, you shouldn't take it 7 days, right? Okay, one day that you're tired, okay, take it, you know what I mean? When I'm preparing for something long and one day like I feel I'm not good, I take coffee maximum. Coffee and I hate it because it dehydrates me. I directly feel the
Mm.
tension in my muscle. But for me, man, most if I'm not gonna say 100%, I would say 99%. I don't take anything that will give me any type of performance except the food that I eat the previous day or what I'm doing. I have all what I need. I have inside of me. So why the fuck do I need to put some bullshit stuff in
Mm-hmm.
my? Or people like I see them drinking Red Bull and working out. Man, you're not understanding the
Oof.
concept of working out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally. Wow. So Rami, how do you do that? So you went from being a guy that takes naps, that likes to stay up late, you know, drinking and such and everything, being a bad boy to now following the light. And now you
uh,
have energy, right? I mean, I how did that transformation happen? I mean, also like, when I'm running nowadays, it's like I start feeling like my legs, my hamstrings tighten up. I do feel like my breath shortens. I feel in my heart. And I get like, oh, this is a lot, dude. I need to take a break. Okay.
I
How do you
first
get
of
past that?
so first of all, I'm still a bad boy, but just differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad motherfucker, for
uh,
real.
and then, man, everything I built is slowly but surely. You know,
Hmm.
I don't run long distance. I started yesterday and I started today, right? So I started like 3 or 4 years back. I was just running 2 3 kilometers, understanding how. And the more I get knowledge, the more I understand what my body needs, the more I'm in tune with my body, the more I know. You know that because of the food that you eat the past 48 hours, or what you smoked, or what you drink, affects your run after 48
Mm.
hours. So for me, when I started looking at this, I started tackling this. We talked about sleep. Sleep is the most important thing. That's why now I switch my sleep into 10:30 till or 11 a.m. till 5 6 a.m. Man, the quality of sleep that you sleep in those 6 7 hours is way beyond any other medication or any other things that you ever take in your life. You know, plus the food, plus how you treat yourself, plus stretching and understanding the body. You know, I know a lot of
Hmm.
athletes that it's like, I want to do it. I want to push my body. I want to. No, man, I love my body. I just understand my body, and he'd like to be pushed. You know, I will be the one pushing him, but I know when and how often. You know, like a lot of time in my challenges when I was preparing for the challenges, I felt that my body is not okay that day, so I stopped. You know, like I need to run
Yeah.
Gotcha.
25K, and I felt that I'm not okay. I stopped. It's not. I want to do it. No, I would have injured myself. But when I'm
Gotcha.
doing like this one day that I'm really stretching myself, I'm all in. It's okay. I'm ready for an injury if this happened. Never had this problem before, but I mean, I'm just talking about it. So I guess people look. Life is a compound effect. It's not a one effect. One. It's not A equal B equal. That's it. No, it's like
Hmm.
A and B and C and D, they are all working together. It's like how you approach life. What do you drink? What do you think? How do you like do you know that when you are feeling loved and when you are sharing love, you have more serotonin levels, which means you have more energy levels for your workouts and for your days. And when you wake up and you have a nice approach about the day, you have actually more energy about the whole day without changing anything yet. I'm just thinking about how you think about the day. That's why whenever I
Hmm.
wake up in the morning, I put on the story and say, "Good morning. It's gonna be a good day to have a great day." I already assume that this day is gonna be great before it's even started. You know, like this already
I
gives
see.
me energy. This is my pre-workout.
Hmm.
That's what people don't understand. This is a pre-workout.
That's
So it's
wild.
more
I see
it's
what
all
you're saying.
the mental game, the vocabulary you
Hmm.
use, the words,
Yeah,
the just the thoughts that you have in your head. That's really cool because like it definitely influences you because you're not only fighting a physical battle, you're fighting a mental battle with yourself. It's
exactly,
a
man.
constant battle, you know.
Exactly, bro. It's always a
Hmm.
battle.
And I wanted to go back a bit to when you were talking about your body, and I wanted to kind of talk about how everyone has their own body type. And I remember in one of your clips you mentioned that you used to be unhappy with being called skinny, and
Yeah,
then eventually you just accepted the fact that yeah, I'm skinny, so what? And this applies to everyone in a sense because people when they think they want to go to the gym, everyone has this image of like, okay, a person's going to the gym because they yes, exactly, they just want to get big, they just want to get buff because they think that's the idea of what the gym is. But in reality, no. So and everyone has their own capabilities and their own potential that like you were mentioning about if you take the pre-workouts. So could you tell us a bit more about body types and
yeah.
what people should actually focus on?
First, I want to tell you one thing. This is because since we were kids, the superheroes that they showcased to us, they were always buffed. Trust me, like
Hmm.
Yeah.
I made one day a reflection, like why the fuck we're always looking into being this strong dude, and because all the commercial stuff that we watch, they always showcase you this big guy. So this is
Fuck
on one hand.
Superman.
Yeah, it's like I want to be my own Superman. You know, I don't want to be like the other guy.
Hmm.
Exactly.
The second is wait, it's slipped. Ask me, Saad, again. Tell me the trigger for a word.
So the body
Trigger me.
types,
Okay,
I was
so
talking about the body
yeah,
types.
so look what I'm gonna tell you. So what I learned the past year and a half, 2 years. I told my friends, look, decide what you want to do. For me, I always advise people is to have a tough body, right? A tough
Yeah.
body that is able to hike, to run, to climb, to go for a walk, to travel, to hold a backpack and walk, to be a functional human in everything that you need. This is the most
Yes.
important thing, right? So once you decide this, okay, and then you say, okay, what do I want to focus on the most? I want to be a football player. I want to be a basketball. I want to be an MMA fighter. I want to be a runner. I want to be like, once you know exactly what do you want from life, why do you like, what's your purpose, as what do you want your body to always deliver? I always suggest people to run, because once you run, you're able to do any activity in the world. Running is one of the most hardest activity ever in the world, and we are born to run. We have to run. That's my motto. Yet you go to the gym and you run based on your goal, not based on I want my chest a little bit bigger or my shoulder a little bit bigger. You let your body do what it does best for itself, and you just do what you know it's right for you. Like, let's say I'm a football player. Okay, so it means my core and my back and my lower body should be very well strength. The, the upper body should be small but has power. The lower body should be big and has power. So once you understand this, you train in the gym in the same way, or you build your workout around this, and eventually you're gonna feel so good about yourself, and you have to let go of I should do this and I should do that. So for me, the gym is nonsense. Why? Like, what? You just want to add overload? Probably when you go just to the gym, your heart rate doesn't go above 110, 120, which is which is barely as walking. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it goes for
Yeah.
for doing the set. As soon as you put on the dumbbells, it needs 5, 10 seconds. It drops down. Like, I monitored my heart. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's either like, it's not wrong. You like to have a big body. I appreciate it. I have my best friend, like, he does this, and I love him so much. I love how much he's dedicated. But it's also good to understand what you need to have a good heart, and that's when you're gonna feel good, and then decide which sport you want. Just big muscles. For me now, I came to a point that it's useless, man, because you're not doing it for yourself. Actually, you're just doing it to get the approval of others. That's my personal opinion.
No, I agree with that
Interesting.
for sure.
What do you mean by big heart when growing your big heart?
Like,
And also,
the
yeah,
the muscle of the
Ramy.
heart, and I actually love people like give from the heart,
But how
The
do
two
you
in
grow
one.
your how do you grow your heart? And then also, um, kind of in the back of my head, I also hear some people say that like running is dangerous for the knees and it's not great for longevity. Your body's not made to pound on concrete. Um, okay, what do you think
uh,
about that?
I think those people who says running is tough on the knees, I would like them to be alive 300 years back. And what would they say? Oh, running is not good for the knees, and they will starve from food. We
Mm-hmm.
running is wrong on the knees. If now, okay, nowadays, the shoes that we wear, we have to be very cautious about them, because not just because of the shoes. One thing is because of the shoes. The second is the shoes and the treadmill, they make us
Mm-hmm.
run in a wrong posture.
Mm.
Whenever you're running on a treadmill, you will let your heel strike. You will do a heel strike. So your
Mm-hmm.
heel goes first. And that's shit for the knees.
Mm.
Once you run barefoot anywhere in the world, like anywhere on concrete, on asphalt, your body runs properly. You can't run in the wrong way when you're barefoot. Your body knows how it should run. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha.
people who talks about knees and stuff, I think they misunderstand. There's something that they forget about life, because we are actually born to run. If you look at kids now, Ali and Saad, if you see any kids
Mm-hmm.
around you, look at them. They run to their parents. They run in the mall. They run at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
They run. They don't walk. They always throw their body forward and they run, right? But
Totally.
once they are start growing up, they learn how to walk. So we are by instinct meant to run. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
just the posture and everything should be adapted to what the technology is offering. For me, that's why I didn't want the technology. I went back to running barefoot, and I'm like, man, I'm so happy. I understand my
Mm-hmm.
body now. I run barefoot. I work on like all the weak muscles that I had previously because of bad training, because of I was lazy, whatever. I just made sure that all of this are good. I don't have knee pain. I don't have back pain. All of those I had them previously. Now I run, man, and I run. And like last week, I loaded 100 kilometers per week. You know what I mean? And I feel
Yeah,
great.
gotcha.
You know what I mean?
And
So
what about running barefoot? Are you not worried about stepping on something? How do you get your feet to that place where they're not
so
sensitive?
now, because I've been running for a while, I have calluses on my feet. So it's like
Hmm.
if I step on glass, I literally just look at the glass, remove it, and just continue running. It doesn't. It just I could just feel the pain of it, but it
Unfazed,
doesn't do
man.
anything. Yeah, it is. I love running barefoot, man. Running barefoot, it is one of the things. Because look, we talked about running, how it affects your mind mentally, right? You get
Hmm.
elevated, you get in tune with
Totally.
yourself, you get a good heart rate. It benefits all your life. But running barefoot, you add to all this a small amount of pain. It's like, oh, a small amount of pain and a big amount of feelings. You're feeling where you're stepping with every step. So it's just on a high, on a way higher different state, way high.
I see.
So you mentioned posture. What is the
Yeah.
best posture for running?
So look, there's different posture for different people, but like there is, how to explain, how your knees jump in front of you when you're running. It's like, so because the way you run, you can be putting the load on the knees, or you can be putting the load on your muscles. And
Hmm.
Okay.
that's what people should adjust. It's very hard for me, sad now, to explain like here, because I will need to show you someone running, and then you can see it for yourself. You know what I mean? But I mean,
Gotcha.
it's a very good question, Saad, and it's very good for people just to Google it or type it, just understand what is a good posture for you. And it's very important, what do you wear in your feet, where do you run, and how
Yeah.
do you run, all this to just be in a
I
good
can.
position.
So something that yesterday I was like testing out was when I was running, what I tried to do is like I pushed my chest forward and I bent my shoulder blades into each other a bit, and I was running a bit kind of like this. It's as if you're doing the chest fly thing.
Okay.
So, and I hold my arms steady, like a bit to my side. So I don't push my chest too much, but I keep my arms to my side and I start running like kind of like that. And it feels better because then my core gets activated.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. Is
Yeah.
that like a good posture or
I believe so. The only thing, okay, so the secret is the top body. It should be activated, but it should be loose. It should be flowing. But I know it's hard. I don't want to confuse you with what I'm gonna say. But I think what you're
yeah.
doing is a good job, like for you to feel exactly what's the best posture for you and how you're comfortable. The most important is like it's uh, it's really hard. Like, okay, the most important. So look, so this is the body, right? This is the body.
Hmm.
Okay, like that. So this is your knees. This is your knees. Okay. So people usually, like, there's some people who runs like that, like they lean back and they run forward, right?
Hmm.
And this is
Yeah.
bad. This is bad for your back. So the most important is to be straight like that. The power is on the back. It's like
Mm.
the legs should take power from the back, not how people like they take it forward and they push forward. I don't know if this makes sense.
I'm trying to picture it in my head
Yeah,
so because what I was doing was I was warming up to a faster pace. At the slower pace, my knees weren't like extending that long, but then towards the end of my run I started noticing, this was kind of hurting my knees. So I started picking up the pace, and instead of my knees starting to hurt, I just started getting tired, and
yeah.
I felt like that
So
was
I
better for
think
me.
good. So I think, Saad, what happened with you is
And I was taking
when,
longer strides as
yeah,
well.
the longer stride probably it's okay. So look, I think a good way to start, Saad, is when you run, you have to be aware of how your feet land. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a heel, never a heel strike. Okay,
Okay.
there's people that say if low pace, it's okay for it. I hate heel strike. It shouldn't be ever in our runs. Okay, so the best option is either the full feet, a little bit at the heel up, or if you're running faster, just the toes. So you'll be doing this. Slower, you will be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
يعني لحمس الأرض.
Exactly. What you know what you can do, Saad? You can go find a nice spot, a safe spot, grass or whatever. Take off your shoes and try to run for a little bit, and memorize how are you running. You will learn the good posture by yourself. Your body knows the good
Mm.
posture, and once you understand it, put on the shoes and try with the shoes again. That will be
Oh, that's
a good thing.
Gotcha.
yeah.
That's
I
a
have a
good
lot of
idea.
parks in beside my house, so I'll try that.
That
Perfect.
will be epic. That will be epic.
Rami, you're epic, Sarahtan. I mean, I want to know one more thing about So since we've last seen you, it seems like your team has grown too, right? I mean, your camera's looking beautiful. Everything's you got the great content coming out. You got a book coming out. Man, you're just growing and just evolving, as we say. So, what's next for you? What's the next big challenge?
The next big challenge, I think I'm planning something, but I can't announce it until 100% sure because now I'm
Gotcha.
in the testing phase.
Mm-hmm.
Always, I guess by now I'm just gonna keep on pushing myself. I love how to push myself, keep on growing. Let's live. We have a lot of ideas that we're building the website as well. There's like we're trying to grow it exponentially in the UAE and Lebanon and all around the world. So that's basically it. Just keep on doing what I've been doing for the past 3 years, you know?
Gotcha. So you set a
No
big
sneak
goal for
peek.
yourself. Big goal, all right, big challenge, and so you break it down into little bits, and so you try to master those little bits, practice, and then once you know, then you just focus all in on the big goal, pretty
100%, bro.
much. Mm-hmm.
100%.
Said, what do you think about that?
I think this was a great episode, Ali, a very educational one. Rami, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. I mean, I wasn't there on the first one, but the second one I feel has been amazing for me. I watched the first one, and this one has been great as well. So thank you again for coming on,
Thank you
and
guys for having me.
Rami Naouss.
I really
Rami
enjoyed it,
Naouss, I
guys.
hope
Pleasure.
great success for you in your future. And thank you guys for watching the podcast. This is how we end it.
Woo! Signing out. We're out of here.